What's going on? It's jcmentalz back again with another video for you guys.
Oh no!
This week I ended up using a legendary sample. I'll get into that a little later on into the video. So this week's beat is actually really funny.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
One of the guys at work had his radio playing. I had heard the song before, but it had been a good while since I had heard it. It happened to come on, and I was like, I heard the guitar section, and I was like, so I actually have a habit of going on Who Sampled just to see who had already used it or if it had been sampled already, and kind of what they did with it, because I'd like to do something different.
I'm different.
So I do go ahead and look at that kind of stuff. There were actually several people when I looked who ended up using the sample, but I feel like my version is completely different from what's out there. But without procrastinating any longer, I am going to go ahead and jump into the beat for this week. So let's go ahead and get there. This week I did end up sampling a pretty classic track. It is Journey, and the name of the song is Who's Crying Now. I'm sure you guys have heard it. If not, go on YouTube, listen to it. I don't want to get copyright flagged, so I'm not going to play a lot of it. I am going to show you the sections that I used and then kind of show you what I did from there. Need some water, man. I'm over here dying. Yeah, but as I was saying, there's quite a bit of people who have sampled this. Papoose has used it, MC Search, MF Doom, Lil B. There's some pretty big names who have sampled it, you know. If you want to see what they did, just come on here. Name of the website's Who Sampled. You can search it right here, Journey, Who's Crying Now. And then you can actually click these, and it'll take you to where you can, you know, listen to where exactly they sampled it and where it begins over in their track. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and brought it into Maschine in FL Studio. I went ahead and chopped it all up. From here, what I ended up doing is I actually ended up reversing the sample. And on the machine, you can actually reverse it right from the main screen. And then I actually ended up pitching it 2 semitones up and ended up getting this. So that's pretty much as far as on the machine what I got. And then I ended up dragging this section into FL Studio. Here's the section that I brought over. What I ended up doing is I brought it up 7 more semitones. When I brought it in, it was 118 beats per minute. I brought it up to 134 beats per minute, and then this is what I got. Next, I ended up adding an EQ to the sample as well as some reverb, and this is what everything together sounds like. Alright, so as I said in the beginning, I knew I wanted to go ahead and use some of the guitar solo. So I ended up finding some of that. These are the sections that I ended up using. So I ended up bringing those into FL Studio after I got the sections I wanted. After I brought it into FL Studio, I chopped it up just a little more, and this is what I got. Okay, next I ended up adding several effects to the sample. I put an EQ, some reverb, and then I used Effectrix and put some delay on it near the end of the sample, and this is what everything together sounds like. So with the first part of the sample and the guitar solo, this is both of the sample sections together. From there, I actually ended up going ahead and adding the drums. I have two different 808 sections. I have a kick drum, I have a rim shot, and then I also have a open and closed hi-hat. These are all the drums together. All right, and here for the second part of the verse, I ended up adding a string section in. There's actually two different string sections. There's one that kind of crescendos up, and then there's one that decrescendos back down. This is the sample and the string sections together. Last but not least, I ended up adding a couple different automations, one for the reverb on the main section of the sample. I also put the delay from Effectrix on an automation, so that way it didn't carry over into the next section of the track. Last but not least, the master volume at the end of the track. So that's pretty much it, minus the mixing and mastering. If you have any questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm always interested in collaborating with new artists and new producers. Yeah, man, until next time, you know what it is. Tell the people that you love them. Much love. I'm out.
Y'all know what's about to bang y'all over the head.